For some weird reason, Chase went crazy and started flagging everything as fraud. Phone bill, car payment, mortgage. I've been on the phone all day trying to resolve everything with Chase. And needless to say, it was crazy. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Oh, there's nobody here anyway. Yeah. Sorry, B. It's just me and you, brother. Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry, I'm late. I'll probably have to keep saying it. Chase decided to. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dunder. Thank you, Mohawk. Sawdust. That's Dozer. Fearless. What's going on? Sorry, I'm late, but like I was saying, the Chase went haywire this morning, and I'm getting phone calls from the mortgage company. I'm getting phone calls from my car. I'm getting my phone. They tried to shut my phone wasn't working, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And it turns out Chase literally flagged everything in my account, every payment as fraud. So it wouldn't allow any payments to go through for the last know that. So I'm getting all these phone calls, and I'm just hitting ignore because I'm like, I don't know that number. Finally, I see the phone number from Xfinity, and they call me, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, your account's past due." So I figured it all out with them, paid them. Then I called Chase. Chase figured it out, took off all the locks. I literally had to call everybody. It's been a nightmare all day today. Hey, what's up, Eric? So I'm gonna be going outside in a second. I gotta feed the little one because I've been dealing with that all day. I haven't been able to go out in the garage and get my stuff set up. But we're gonna be doing a build today, a Halloween build. Go figure. Something easy for you guys to do though. Really simple. 3 pieces of 2x4, and then I'm gonna do a hammer. I'm gonna build that hammer. I got the dimensions and everything, so we're gonna build that. And that hammer is the one I'm gonna give away. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that wheel thing. I have to get out my laptop and just manually enter it all in, and then show you guys the screen and just hit enter. Because I don't want to. I don't want to link it all. What do you want with your ramen, bud? What do you want with your ramen?
Nothing else.
Just ramen? You want some crackers? Alright, it's almost done.
Okay.
You want something to drink?
Yeah.
What do you want to drink?
I want lemonade.
You want lemonade?
Yeah.
Or do you want juice?
I want orange juice.
You want orange juice? You want your Sunny D? Or you want...
Sunny D.
Okay. Well, that's mango. But you can... How did I know? Because I bought it. That's how I know. Alright. Please don't get that all over the floor though, okay? Alright, sorry. So yeah, today's been a day, man. If it wasn't one thing, it was the next. And ironically, this happened to me like 3 or 4 months ago when I got a phone call from where I got my car from, and they're like, "Yeah, the payment's not processing." And I'm like, "What do you mean it's not?" They're like, "It won't go through." So I go into my checking account through Chase, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's flagging it as fraud." I literally had to go to Chase, do the same exact thing. I've had Chase for 20 plus years. Never had a problem until the last year when they integrated the AI systems into it. And now it's one thing after the next after the next. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm going to be going outside in a minute. I just got to feed the little one. Because I've been behind because I've been trying to deal with the bank all day. So, if it ain't one thing, it's the next, right? Why wouldn't that happen on the day I go live? Could have happened yesterday. Could have happened the day before. Could have happened Friday. Nothing. Nope. Also, I got a new video dropping tomorrow. Another spooky build.
Yep.
Yep.
Yippee.
He's my manager.
Yep. I'm the manager.
Yep, you heard him. He's the manager.
Oh,
What should we do next, boss?
nothing.
Nothing? Should I just stand here and stare at the phone?
Yep.
Yeah? Well, it doesn't work like that. You can't do that. Because you have to talk to your friends.
Why are you gonna talk to my friends?
Not your friends, my friends.
Yeah. What's your best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you, guys. Again,
You're just calling them in a second.
a lot of this has to do with all of you guys. Don't give me credit for jumping up in YouTube. And I do have to tell you some exciting news. I was recently contacted by a laser company, and I now have a sponsor. Figure that one out. They said we usually don't sponsor non-monetized channels. However, we've seen the growth in your channel. We believe in your product. What product? And yeah, I signed a contract. So I got my first sponsorship and the laser, which it'll come in handy for sure with my crafting stuff. You want a lot of juice or a little juice?
What?
You want a lot of juice in your ramen or a little juice?
A lot of juice.
A lot of juice. Okay. So I'm looking forward to having a sponsor. I don't really know what to do with a sponsor other than, I have contract obligations now. I did not sell out. So I am not on that realm, but I suppose I could talk about it. The company's name is longer. You could check out their website too. As soon as I get the laser, I'm going to do a video with it, and I'm going to go live with it. I'm going to do a couple shorts with it, and it'll come in handy with my products a lot. Actually, because it's portable too, so I can actually bring it with me to some of my shows, and I can personalize stuff a little bit now instead of leaving it blank and having the customer do it. I can now personalize it for them for an extra, couple bucks, which, hey, I can put the names on this. Hey, I can add this. Hey, I can add that. How much is it? $1, $2. Give me $2. But, over time, yeah, $2 adds up. Again, for those tuning in, I was having phone issues all day. The new AI system at Chase was flagging my accounts as fraud, and I've been on the phone with the bank all morning trying to figure it out. And I finally figured it all out, so sorry I'm late. We're going to be going outside. I have a small little crafting build I'm going to do for you guys today. Nothing major. Just some 2x4s and some of my special orange paint. Nothing crazy. Just a different way to look at 2x4 Halloween projects, that's all. I was going to make a video on it for everyone as one of my medium projects and link it with a small, but I have a smalls video in medium build project coming out tomorrow. So I didn't want to wait and hold on to it. It's not a crazy project, but it's something that you guys could throw together with literally like $3 worth of 2x4 and just toss it on the front porch or wherever. Since I have been deemed the king of Halloween, the king of pumpkins or something, I don't know. Eric, what is it? What is it? The king of the pumpkin king, or the king of Halloween? I don't know. I have 4 or 5 videos out. I don't know how you deem me that. I'll take the title, and I'll challenge anybody to a spooky build-off, because I got a million ideas that aren't on YouTube. Some of them are, and I'll be honest, some of the projects are on YouTube. They're older projects. I just modified them and changed the design a little bit on them, which that's what YouTube's for. If you didn't want your project going public or the idea being used by somebody else, don't put it on YouTube. because there's no way to track down the original designers, and then you get people that get butthurt. Oh, you used my design. No, it's not your design. It's like over 200 years old. Prove that it's your design. There's no way to do that. And besides, I modified it anyways. The minute you change anything on a project, it now becomes your own design. All you have to do is change even the building components from screws to brad nails. Now you just changed it. So if you're out there and you're thinking about building projects online, it happened recently with me and Ole. We kind of did the same thing. You know, I got it out of a magazine. There was a guy apparently that did it a year ago on a CNC machine. I put his link in the video, but he's not the original designer because the reason I knew about it and I had it in my head is because it was on the Smashing Pumpkins tour, and that was back in '98. So I know it dates back even further, but I think to the '70s. But either way, Ole and me are friends. It was not intentional. It just so happened that I was behind with editing, and that was the video I had talked about in my last video. Hey, next week I'm going to be dropping the video on the new Cedar Fence pumpkin, and I didn't have anything else queued up but that video, so I'm like, well, I mean, I'm going to have to drop it. I didn't want to step on Ole's toes, but I had no other choice. But now I'm caught back up with my Halloween builds, so that's awesome. Please, guys, hit that like button for me. It helps grow the channel, and I can, in turn, help you guys grow. You know, if there's any of you... Yeah, please, thank you, Weber. Actually, Weber's here all the time, so I'm going to make... I'm going to go through eventually and just make everybody mods. This way, again, you guys can post each other's channels and stuff like that. I don't believe in just having one mod. But I have to rely on you guys because now that I'm sponsored by Longer Lasers, that the chats, you know, the mods have to do their thing in that. So... You know, if you got to time somebody out, you got to, you know, bin them or you got to put them, you know, or whatever, you're going to have to do that. I doubt that's going to happen. Our community's awesome. Palladium, what's going on, boss? I mean, and check out, I mean, all your guys are channels. They're awesome. I watch all your videos. So there was a couple of videos recently that dropped. Carol made it. Hey, Carol, you're gonna actually like you'll like my video coming out tomorrow for sure, Carol, because I do a lot of artsy craftsy stuff with my crafts because I have to. You can't just leave it plain. And, you know, you can just paint your projects and put some stuff on it, my spooky projects, but it's boring. So you gotta kind of doctor it up, and I do that with dollar store stuff, Hobby Lobby stuff. Because my first year doing crafts. Sorry guys, I'm making. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, please. I'm making food for the kid. I had issues with the bank all day. The new AI system integrated with Chase is terrible, to say the least. I've been with Chase since I was a teenager, and I've never had an issue until they integrated AI. And now that they integrated the AI system in with it, I mean. My mortgage gets flagged for fraud, which I understand it's doing its job, but it's like, you know, that's not something that's new. That's something that's on auto pay. So why would you flag that? But, you know, so it's kind of doing its job, but at the same time, it's a nightmare. My phone, I wake up this morning, my phone shut off, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, well, you didn't pay the bill this month. I'm like, it's all on auto pay. So I had to call Xfinity, call the bank, okay, get everything fixed, and I finally figured it all out and did all of it, and it's been a day. We're gonna go outside and do a build though in a second. I just want to get him some food. I just don't, you know. What are you doing? Besides, my son's he's my manager now, by the way. So.
Yeah, I'm cleaning
What else?
Cleaner.
You're cleaning?
Yeah,
He's sweeping now because he made a mess, so he's sweeping up his own mess. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that.
I know how to sweep my mess up.
You do know how to sweep your mess up. I appreciate it.
This one was like dirty finger on the ground.
Yeah, well, sometimes food gets on the ground. That's why we sweep and that's why we mop, buddy, so that we keep the floors clean and we keep the bugs out of the houses. You know what I mean? Otherwise, the floors get sticky and ants like to get inside houses and then you got issues. So you always got to make sure your floors are clean. This is not a cleaning station for new people in the chat. I'm going to be building something in a second. I just got to feed my son. Hit the like button for me, guys, please.
Yeah.
It helps. Yeah, what he said. You got to tell him to hit the like button?
Yeah.
Well, you got to tell him.
Do it.
First of all, you don't tell adults to do it. Okay, you say, please hit the like button.
You do.
Thank you. When you talk to adults, remember, when you talk to adults, you respect them. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please, thank you. Yes, you respect adults. We're not your friends.
I know we're not.
I know. We're here to make sure that you stay on track. And
I'm not.
there's a level that comes with that, and I appreciate you staying to it. You're a mess, buddy. That's why I love you. You're helping Daddy out here. All right, here's your stuff. Here's your ramen noodles. You got your juice.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Hey, Dan. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mike.
It's mine.
For those of you coming in, hit the like, hit the subscribe button for me. Please, it helps.
I want my phone.
I don't even know where it is. I was looking for it all morning. I think it's in Mom's car.
No, look, it's up there.
Oh.
Mom, put it up there. Cause
Well, yeah, because we're done with you guys in the phones.
I'm not even done with it.
Well, I know you're not done with it. We're done with you using it, though. So you can use it for now, but later on tonight, no bueno.
Okay.
The new rule, no more phones. You're done. You guys are done with phones. You don't need them. They're not good for you. They're not good for your eyes. They're not good for your brain.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 1, no phones. That's right.
I know.
You have the rest of your life to use a phone. You don't need it now. Go outside and play.
Wait. Get out of my way, please.
Okay. Well, you just say, can you please move?
Please move.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. I'll be right outside, okay, if you need me. Daddy's going to be building some stuff.
Okay.
Okay. You want to ride your bike when you're done? If you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll show you guys something that you guys want to see something that's going to upset you, and I know it's going to upset you. Watch this. Does anybody else on the internet do this besides me? I think some of you already know what's coming. There's my ramen noodles. There's my Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah, ramen noodles and Doritos. And what it does is it makes cheesy, corn, crunchy ramen. It almost tastes like macaroni and cheese when you're done mixing it. It'll change your lives. Okay. Just want to grab a soda so we can get started. To the build. I gotta remember even. We're gonna just be doing a 2x4 Halloween project really quick. Really simple, guys. Something you can use with you at your shows. If you don't have shelves, something you can sell online. If you don't have an online store, sell it to your neighbors. Or just use it for your own house. God, I love ramen noodle. Chicago has some of the best ramen noodle places. All right. The cicadas are all day. All day. They're getting worse. If anyone wants free wood, let me know. There you go. It's an assortment of maple, poplar, and oak. You can have it. A lot of trim pieces if you want building a project. I had it listed on Marketplace for free, but I told the people, they're like, well, what's the address? I'm like, how about we'll meet here and I'll just bring it with and I'll help you load it. I'll load it in my car, I'll bring it with, and I'll load it into your car for you. And they thought that was weird. It's like, I don't know you. You want me to give you my home address where I have children, and that's not weird? Like, I'm a Marine. Do you know what's going to happen if you come to my house with bad intentions? You're not going to leave. Zero hesitation when it comes to my family, especially my friends. My family, most importantly. Unit, core, God, country, right? Alright. Alright, taking out the saws. Sorry, I'm my IRL in here. My miter saw's on a rolling stand. And it's easier for me to keep the miter saw on a rolling stand than it is to have a miter station, because I work out of the garage and my garage is not very big, so it's easier for me to use one of these rolling miter stands where the wings come out on both sides. You see? So the wings will come out on both sides. Whoa! Make sure you got your saws faceted down. I did that one time. Actually did that in, I think, my last video. I went to lean on it and I'm like, alright, here we go. Whoa! Don't cut your hand off that way. Hey Cedar, what's going on? Van, welcome in. Sorry guys, say hello, Sarah's here. Again, I'm just gonna make all you guys as mods of, you know, just so I can. Okay, so the last time we were here live, we finished the hammer, my Mario hammer. It's a me Mario. We finished that. I did a box. I got rid of it. I had this. I'm not even bothering with it. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. So I got the stuff for the hammer, and I got the stuff for the project I'm going to show you guys. So it's really simple. Again, I was going to make a video on it for a medium build for you guys, but it's not unique, and you guys know me. I try outside of a couple of things. The cedar pumpkin that I just released. Obviously not my design. I just think it's unique and different. It just coincidentally coexisted with Olay's, not but intentionally. I got it out of a magazine, woodworking magazine, and then I tried looking it up on YouTube, and there was no videos. And then last year, one popped up of a guy using a CNC machine, and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't have a $50,000 CNC machine. So I came outside, busted out the scroll saw, and I'm like, I mean, that's super simple. It's, you know, if you guys haven't seen that latest video, and I've already sold. So I haven't been to the upcoming shows. There's a local show I go to. I've sold 4 of them, but my cedar fence pumpkins on Marketplace, I've already sold 30. It's August. I've sold 30 of them. Because they're like, oh, this is way cooler. It's different. I'm like, exactly. That's exactly. They're not the square ones. The square ones are cool. I still sell them. I don't make them anymore, but I still sell them because I have a ton of them left. And, excuse me. And, I sell them for like $15, $20. I mean, nobody buys them. But the new ones, if you watch the video, either watch Olay's video or my video, they're both good. Or you can go and watch the original. I have the link. He has the link for the guy that does the CNC machine. It's just not many people have that kind of a machine sitting around. You know what I mean? Does anybody here in chat have a CNC machine, a cutting machine? I don't. So we're gonna be using a 2x4, a couple pieces of 2x4. Now you can make this project however, you know, like whatever size you want. Again, like I say in my videos, you can sand it. Home Depot, as you can tell, Home Depot, they sometimes come with milling marks on them. So I usually hit 80-120 and leave it. I know I love sanding as much as you guys do, but there's no need for it with Halloween projects, spooky projects, or Christmas projects. Even if you're selling them at craft shows, you don't have to go to a 220 unless you want a specific style or a specific finish on them. I don't, because it's just a waste of time. If you sand something to 220 and you're spray painting it and you want that shiny, shiny look, have at it, Hoss. Not for me. What's going on, Weber? I have an interview at a major company here in town Wednesday. Hopefully it goes. Dude, good luck, Weber, man. Fingers crossed. What's going on, Trevor? Is there anyone else I missed besides Van and Trevor? Dozers. Obviously, Shane's here. I think Josh was here. I don't know if he left. Which? Rick James. Rick James. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, that's cool. I can do a poll. You can tell I use YouTube all the time. Anyway, I'm getting better at it. But I appreciate you guys coming. Unfortunately, I don't have... Are you guys hearing me okay? Is the sound good? Sounds good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes. Give me a no. I know there's a delay in chat, but just type in yes. Yeah, sounds good? Alright. So we're going to be doing... Also, you guys, SR Wood Turning, check out his channel. Somebody posted a link for his channel. I know it's a vertical live. He did a bowl that I happened to win by luck. Awesome turning. Like, incredible stuff that that guy does. Go check out his channel. It's really cool. And I'm not, Van, I don't have the combine today, Van. Sorry, buddy. God hasn't blessed me with driving one of those. Although I did try at my great aunt's my great aunt's farm. We should say that. We'll call it a farm. And I'm pretty sure I broke something on it because I was getting screamed at and I was told to get out of it. And I was 11 or 12. I just heard it. A lot of things were beeping. And I ran something over. I don't know, but I definitely didn't do what it was supposed to do. Right. So, okay, again, like I said, we're going to be doing... Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys, check out, his Weber's. Can you put SRW's, if you didn't already, put his channel in there? And we got things in the works, guys, so here's what we're going to be doing. So for my lives, what we're going to do is hit the like, guys, please, for me. It helps my channel grow. And like I said before, I wanted to break the news. I'll do it a few times throughout the night. But I picked up a sponsor, Longer Lasers. They're going to be sponsoring me for, a little while, and they have some really, really nice laser systems, top of the line. And I'll give you the lowdown once I get the machine and get it all set up and ready to go, and I'll show you guys in some videos and some lives on how it actually functions. But they're, it was surreal to get a sponsor. Usually you don't get sponsors at the level I'm at, but they reached out. They said they saw my videos, so I appreciate every single one of you for supporting me. I owe every single one here. I really, if I could send everyone something, I'm going to. I have a list of names written down inside, and I'm going to be sending everybody stuff, because I really don't know how else to thank any of you. Like, I go to the channels, I say hi, and I really wish there's something I could do to help. I have a big family, they're healthy, praise the Lord, and I don't have any money. So I have Marketplace and, items and saws that are 40 years old, aside from my DeWalt miter saw. Everything else in my rigid that somebody gave me nicely. But you guys have supported me so much, and it's been fueling the brain, because the most of you that know me outside of woodworking would know that I wasn't a talker. I shut myself out after the military from 2000 to 2018, and I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but we painted the town red. That's all I got to say about it. But God gave me a chance to do something else in my life, and you guys supported me along the way to do that, and I can't thank you enough. So I really, my whole thing was to bring you guys something that actually makes money if you sell crafts. Not stuff that you can bring to the show and you're going to sit there for 4 or 5 hours and nobody's going to buy it. I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. Well, not a lot, but I have a good amount of experience at craft shows. Bice at Bice Family Tree, he goes to craft shows. He also has a lot. I don't just do crafts, but this is the season. And I have a lot of knowledge I need to give you guys, because to go to these shows with the experience I have, you'll make money. So I don't just, if you notice in my thumbnails and my videos, it's not, make the money, make $300, I can't sell these fast enough type stuff. Which those statements are kind of true. And, it's, again, the thumbnail is meant for you to click on. So us as woodworkers kind of know, if you're putting that kind of stuff as a thumbnail, we know that you're not going to make that much money with one 2x4 or one whatever, but we just, we get the gist of it. It makes people click on it, because people aren't clicking on things. But again, maybe that's the reason people aren't clicking on things anymore. They're tired of clickbait. So just throw something out there that's real. Like, hey, check this project out. Possibly make money, maybe not. Or, hey, right now I'm doing spooky builds because I'm a Halloween builder. And I have a lot of awesome projects coming up. I did cave on one project that I said I'm going to stray away from that was viral. I'm not making the project, but I'm using things in that project to make my own project. My design. And it's going to be a hot item for you guys. I already know it is. So, okay, I'm sitting here holding this 2x4. Sarah, you're supposed to tell me to shut up. And, yeah, honestly, Dozer, Sawdust for Soldiers, you guys. I have a video shot. He gave me this clock that is second to none. It will be buried with me. It is amazing. It symbolizes the Marine Corps. It symbolizes his craftsmanship. It symbolizes a lot. And he is a master craftsman when it comes to making his clocks. They're awesome. And we have an event coming up November 14th for Sawdust for Soldiers, where we are going to be doing a build-off for Welcome Home, which is an organization that raises awareness and donations for homeless veterans. Everything is expanding now, so it's not just going to be for homeless veterans. It could be for a veteran that maybe needs clothes. I don't know. You'll have to talk to Dozer about the details, but the event on the 14th, we're going to be doing a build-off. It's going to be Scotty Winnie Moon, my Knot brother John at Not Your Average Woodworks. It's going to be me and Dozer, and then Keith is the moderator. And we're going to be doing a build of our own designs to raise money for Sawdust for Soldiers and for Welcome Home. And then at the end of the builds, at the evening, we have a 3-hour build-off. We're going to auction off our builds. So you have a chance to buy the builds, and all the proceeds go to Welcome Home and Sawdust for Soldiers. So it's going to be a great event. Hopefully all of you guys will be there. Hi back. Hi back again. He's awesome. Is that Mineheart? Did I see Amy in here? Was that Amy? Oh, Teresa's here. Hey, Teresa. Okay, we're going to get started in a second here. I'm going to be doing a quickle. Jot that down. It's okay. Brennan Render's not in here, so we don't have to worry. We could say whatever we want for right now. Josh is here. Highback's pens are freaking awesome, guys. He posts them every day. He makes them every day. He is also sponsored. He could tell you the details when you go to his lives. He's live every day. Also, what's good about Highback is that he goes live late at night. So if you're bored late at night, he goes live. So we're going to be building a simple Halloween project that's unique and it's different. It's just a little different, but it sells. I sold 11 of them so far, and I'm not making a video on it. I figured I'd just give it to you guys because it's an easy build. It's just a 2x4 standing project. You guys already kind of can tell where I'm going with it. So I'm just making sure I have everything, and I will be doing a giveaway. I'm not going to be giving away the mallet just because this is my Donkey Kong mallet and it's my only mallet. I threw the other one out, and I was going to do a donation. I was going to give that away at the Sawdust for Soldiers event for the Welcome Home event for soldiers, homeless soldiers, or soldiers that are in need. And it just, again, I butchered it. You guys saw me on that live. I butchered it, and it is what it is. It's a live and learn process. Mallets seem like they're super easy to make, but when you want to try to detail them, I mean, one cut that could be a degree off can completely change or ruin the project, which I found out the hard way trying to do a bandsaw, and then I burnt my bandsaw out trying to cut all the oak with it. So, I hope I have... Yeah. So I got my not my scrap, I call it my crap pile. And yeah, look what I had happen here the other day. That's why you let the kids play baseball in the yard. But it's alright, this garage is coming down and we're getting it redone next summer anyway. Because it's old. It's just old. So I got a bunch of 2x4s, and some of them have nails in them, but it's okay. We're going to cut through them, and we're going to make our project anyway. A lot of them have staples. I don't know. They were from a pallet that I found. And if anyone's in Chicago like I am, contact your local cabinet makers. And keep an eye out for them, because they throw a bunch of wood out because they charge their customers for the oak, for the maple, and for the walnut and the poplar in advance. But when you're doing cabinets and when you're doing trim, there's only so many pieces of the board or so much length of the board that they can use. So they literally put it in the bin nicely enough, and they give it away for free because it's cheaper for them to give it away than it is for them to dispose of it. So I'm able to pick up most of my wood. I mean, it's not all 100%. You could see like there's defects in some of it, but all my wood, all of that wood, all the way back, all free. simply because I just went up to the guy and I said, "Hey, what do you do with that?" He's like, "We put it in a bin over there, and maybe I'll bring it out front." I'm like, "Yeah, could you? So I don't feel like I'm stealing it from you." He's like, "Oh, I appreciate you asking." And I go there once every week, once every other week, and load up. I mean, from scraps all the way down to this, and poplar. Some people don't like working with poplar, but it's better than pine. And if it's free, I'm gonna take it. Okay, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. There we go. Okay. I was like, what happened? Okay, so it's going to involve 3 2x4s, each cut at different lengths. So, and then we're going to angle them, and then we're going to attach them together, sitting flush on the ground. So we're going to set our miter saw up to have them. Again, there's no plans for this build. There's no right or wrong angle. That's another thing I like to do. Oh, you know what I got? Totally thought. I got my Gorilla Pod. Totally forgot I had that. Picked it up. Or you guys call them something else. I don't remember what you guys call them. Monopods or something like that. Whatever. Hey, Amy. It says buffering. And spinny. Poplar can have a nice... Yes, I mean... poplar can have a nice grain. Again, I would literally send... All of you would. Gladly. Now, I will tell you that the place that I go to... hit the like button, guys, please. Let me continue my journey so that I can quit my crappy job and do this. And I will tell you that there's other people finding out about this place because it's not... I used to go there once or twice a week, and the bin would be overloaded. Now there's times I go there, it's already empty. Or there's slim pickings left, so other people are starting to catch on to it. Not because of me, but just because that's just the way to do it. Luckily, I have places not just by my work by O'Hare Airport, but I have places out where I live that are also cabinet companies, and they all do the same thing. Now, they don't always necessarily have really nice wood, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they throw away like weird mixtures. It's like a weird walnut poplar mixture, like square mixture, and they have strips that are like 10 feet long. Like, this would probably be awesome for you guys to the you turners out there. Would be awesome for it. Just a maple. Well, this one's maple. So a maple and walnut mix. I mean, you probably, I don't even know how many pens or whatever you could get out of this, but I'm guessing a lot. And they have pallet after pallet after pallet after pallet after pallet of these turning materials. And as much as I would love to turn, because you guys all, as much as I would love to turn, you guys make it look easy. I know it's not as easy as you guys make it look, and it takes a lot of practice to do what you guys do. So Amy makes amazing turning projects and resin art and pens, you name it. She's very good at it too as well. Eric turned a bottle topper out of poplar. Turned out not bad. Well, put it in the community chat. Again, if you guys have channels or whatever, post them. If you guys want to, go to my community channel and post pictures of your builds, do it. I like to see them. I say all the time in my videos if you're going to do it, do it. But we will be doing a giveaway. Just last week I was at 500 subscribers, and a week later I'm at 750 subscribers. So, again, a lot of that comes down to Todd from Finding Me. Please check out his channel. He shouted me out, threw me under his wing, and he's been dragging me along his journey, and I can't thank him enough. He didn't have to do that, and it couldn't have came at a better time in my life right now, because, things can be up and down on the daily with my current situation. So I thank every single one of you. I really wish, you know, yeah, Todd is awesome, guys. You gotta really, you know, I mean, he didn't have to do what he did. And he was smart about it. He didn't put a link in there. He just talked about my channel, talked about me, and then did a screen share of my channel, which is algorithmically smart for you YouTubers out there, because it forces people to go into the search engine and search the name. So the minute you go and search the name, it tells the algorithm that people are searching for me. If he were to put a link below in his channel and they click on the link, it doesn't help me out algorithmically. So it's sometimes better to just talk about somebody's channel and show their channel and have people go and subscribe than it is to put a link in the subscription, or in the description, because it helps their channel get pushed out to a wider audience when you are using the algorithm instead of using the search engine, or instead of using the links. So again, I have been building something for Todd that I hope he likes. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg to ship it to him, but that's fine. And I want to start doing collabs. I have a possible spooky build off with Jamie from Boondock Builds, maybe with Josh and Peter at Fish Over Chicks. We're going to do a collaboration, hopefully. We'll see. Because, as you know, I'm the king of Halloween, baby. I don't know why, but apparently that's my nickname now. Or the Pumpkin King, one of the two, which is fine. But I also do. You guys are going to see an influx of Christmas projects too, and I do a couple of Thanksgiving, but mostly Christmas at that season. Not just Halloween. My son was born in October, and I didn't care for Halloween, when I was a kid. But since he's been born in Halloween, like all of these ideas are in my head. I'm like, how can we decorate? Because we have a huge spooky birthday party for him. We get a jumpy house. His friends Bob for Apples. They have a pumpkin carving station that we get for him, where we literally just go to the dollar store and we buy a bunch of the styrofoam pumpkins, and we set up one of our tables, and we let the kids just freaking have at it. And they design and decorate their own pumpkins, and we do a bobbing for apples, and we do a bunch of we do a piñata. So we go all out. And there's John. Well, I think he's here. John, my Knot brother's here. Go check out John's channel too, guys. He just did some, actually a really cool gate. If you have animals or pets, you definitely want to watch that video. It's a great video to keep the kids and the animals out, and it was a fairly easy build. And he also does Halloween as well, and he's got a bunch of new videos of Halloween coming out, and not Halloween. He's not just all about Halloween like I am. But check out John's channel, Not Your Average Woodworks too, guys. My Knot brother. He also has if you guys want to put the link to his other channel, Family Without, I don't remember. Sorry, John. Put the link in there and hit the like button. You like that? That was my Cobra Kai. Remember when he did that at the end? I'm a movie guy. You can tell, look at my shirt too. Who had one of these bad boys growing up? I know I did. Hang on, I got to turn my power on. Just take you guys with me, because that's one thing I noticed in some YouTube videos. If you walk away from your camera for 2 seconds because you got to grab something, people leave. Figure that out. What's up, dude? You good? Hey, don't be riding around with that, because I don't want you getting hit by a car. People are going to be coming home from work right now. Focus. Pay attention, please. We took my son's training wheels off. And we took the training wheels off and he just went. I pushed him for like 2 seconds. And he just went. So also, if you're just tuning in, we're going to be doing a pumpkin build, a really simple one that goes in front. It can go inside. It uses just 3 pieces of a 2x4. Cut it any measurable length you want. You can make it small, you can make it large. I'm going to probably... I'm probably going to go... I'm going to go 8... I'm going to go 8, 11, and 15. 16. We're going to go 16. You'll notice in my builds how I say that, because I want you guys to make what I'm making and putting videos out. I make the videos where the measurements are, for the most part, irrelevant. The cuts are irrelevant. It's just giving you an idea. And I came up with, I have literally 25 more videos of unique builds that aren't on YouTube, that aren't on Etsy, that aren't on Poshmark, they're not on Instagram. They just came to my head because I was tired of watching YouTube videos where everybody was making the same thing and I couldn't make any money at my shows because I would make all these projects. I'm not talking about the person making them now or the channel. So I'm talking about the project itself. They wouldn't sell. I was begging people to buy my stuff. And I'm like, man, this stuff, you know, they say it sells, but it doesn't. I fell victim to the, you know, the clickbait. But what I got out of the clickbait is what I think a lot of us get out of the clickbait on YouTube. You will learn something. YouTube is phenomenal for learning things. You got to click the icon. You got to click the tacky thumbnail to get to the good stuff. I did it. I got to all of you. I was able to... Man, I hope James isn't in here. OG, what's going on, brother? I got to meet all of you, and so I support all of you guys, and if there's anything I could do, you let me know. If I can do it, I will. But you gotta click those things, and I'm watching these videos, and I'm like, well, what if, I mean, they could have just changed that. They could have just maybe did that. I mean, I get it, it's up and down, but why not just put it on an angle? It changes it, so it's kind of the same thing, but it's different, looks different, and somebody might buy it. And I did that one year, and I couldn't stop. Like my spooky fences, my spooky wreaths, all my projects that you guys are seeing. I couldn't, that people just kept buying them and buying them and buying them and buying them. I'm like, man, okay. So you guys like these. I mean, again, not all of them are my designs. They're just different ideas. This is how I plug in 2 different power items. I don't recommend it if you have a sub panel. But like I said, I'm having the garage redone next year. I am going to have a sub panel put in, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend... It's not very expensive to have a sub panel put in your house. And I have friends that are certified electricians, so it's not really costing me much if I do that. Which I probably will until the garage is done. But if I'm going to tear the garage down, I don't want to pay him to do a sub panel when they're just going to tear it out of the wall anyway. Because I'll probably go up to who knows what. I'm thinking of going up to like a 60 amp panel, which is unneeded. But if I got a heater in there, I got air filtration, I got, you know, dust extraction, I got table saws. I want to be able to use multiple pieces of my equipment at the same time without them bogging out or popping out a fuse. If you guys saw, I mean, we were just using a small jumpy house that we bought my kids, and I turned my miter saw on, and it was popping fuses. So, let me make sure. And then a lot of you were saying something about, like, your table saws, or somebody made a comment about my miter saw, how it stops so easily. Like, I don't know. I know they all don't have that kind of braking system, but you got to remember too that for the first like year or two, I used a 7 1/4 inch sliding miter saw, Performax. So I didn't use this. I didn't have this until last year. So the brake is very good on it because I didn't use it a lot, and I use my scroll saw for everything, guys. Like,
the scroll saw replaces. You can use it as a miter saw. You can use a scroll saw as a table saw. You can use a scroll saw as a jigsaw. You can use. I mean, it's such an amazing tool to have. They're on the rise. Go on Marketplace. Get yourself a scroll saw. You can make a million different unique cuts with the damn thing. You know, band saws are good, but you got to have specific blades and band saws for, you know, different types of turns. If you're gonna resaw and all that stuff. So with a scroll saw, I mean, it takes 2 seconds to change a blade out. Do it. Same thing, you know, lathes are on the rise right now. Laser systems are on the rise right now. And for those that are just joining, I just picked up a sponsor, Longer Lasers, and I will be doing videos for them. And they're amazing laser systems, and definitely going to be helpful at my shows, because now I can personalize items, and it will be more of a selling point for me. So I can just personalize their item at the booth and just charge them a small fee to do that. You know, some people, they literally charge by the letter. So, oh, you want your name put on there? Well, it's going to be a, you know, 68 or $1.17 per letter, and they do it in weird numbers like that because they know everybody doesn't carry change, and they're just going to ring it up on your credit card. But they'll do that, and they'll charge, you know, like $7 for a name. No, it's, you know, $2, $3. You know, the laser itself it'll pay for itself, you know, over time. I mean, it's an incredible laser system that they're going to give me. I'll do an unboxing. They didn't require me to, but I'm going to do an unboxing with it, so, you know, from scratch. I get it. You guys are going to see it fresh out of the box, so that we all know what you're getting if you buy it. And it's on sale right now for like $239 from like $580, so it's like half off. And it's a 10-watt system. I mean, you can get 10-watt systems on Amazon. You can, but not with the quality of these Longer lasers that they put out. So you'll see how amazing these laser systems are. And we'll go through the journey together, guys, because I've never owned a laser. I just know it'll be helpful. And they were nice enough to pick me up as a sponsor because they liked my content. And again, that all comes down to you guys. You know, hi back. James from Burner and Render. I can name all your names. Trevor. All you guys. Realistic Woodworking. What's going on, boss? Finding Todd over at Finding Me, for sure, 100%. You know, like Van Lott. God bless him. You know, he had a little scare off there a minute ago, guys, and God's hands healed him well, and he's back with us. So it's amazing how that turned out. You know, Weber Woodworks, SRW Woodworks, John at Not Your Average, my Not Brother, Sarah's going to be going live too. Teresa, Sarah's going to be doing lives, guys, trivia nights and bingo nights, so stay tuned for that. Check out Amy's channel. Amy's another one. She's a very good resin artist, all-around artist, and pen designer. So another thing we're going to be doing too, guys, I totally ADD'd it a minute ago, was that, so on Mondays, we're going to be doing Monday Fun Day Wheel Days. So I'm sorry, Marine Kickoff. The Spidey senses go. I'm going to be building a wheel in my shop, and I'm going to ask chat in the beginning of my lives to list off items that you know I can build or we think we can build, and we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to make it in that live. So within that 3-hour period, we're going to make it, and then at the end of that 3-hour period, I'm going to give it away for free. So we're going to spin the wheel of your guys' thoughts, your guys' projects, and then if I can do it, that's why we got to limit it to something I could probably do in 3 hours. Don't tell me you want a Paduke freaking coffee table that needs glue ups. So we'll build it within the time frame that I'm live, and then I'll do another spin at the end, and we give it away for free. So it's a way for you guys to help me use my equipment. What's going on, Brian Jones? Karaoke. Who's doing karaoke? Meinhardt's going to start hosting karaoke on his channel? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Meinhardt. Way to step it up, man. I'm just kidding. He's not. Lions Fix It Shop. Check out their channel, too, as well, guys. James. Yeah, Van's been just an amazing Patreon of not only Christ but of the woodworking community. And again, the Lord blessed us with his quick and steady healing, and he graces us every day with his knowledge and his wisdom of God and his woodworking skills. So if you're not subscribed to to Van Lot, go check out Van's channel. You know, if you're struggling with life, you go in there, we'll say a prayer for you. Life's kind of rough. It has its ups and downs, and you know, people forget that you can turn to Christ when you're in times of trouble, and you don't always get the answer you want, because then again, everybody would have answers. You know, if you ask for patience, God doesn't give you patience. He puts you in an opportunity to become more patient. You know, if you're asking for money or begging for money, he might put you in an opportunity mentally for you to go out and make money. You're not gonna just wake up and win the lottery. It's not how that works. So I don't have a metal detector, so we're rolling the dice because I got these out of a dumpster. So, mask up. I got these 3M K95s, particulate mask, 05 pluses. Use them. I've used the medical masks that you steal from the doctor's office. I do. I mean, I go in there and I'm getting my money's worth. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not stealing drugs or anything. I'll clean out some gloves, some masks. I'm paying what? These go with me. But these are the... See, I'm not bald. So somebody said I was bald. That's why I wear hats in all my videos. I'm not bald. I just have thinner hair because I'm older, obviously. And I had my head shaved in the military for 20 years, I'm sorry. And so obviously, I like to wear hats because I'm a 80s kid, man. This is 80s and 90s going on. It'd be cooler, I'd even do that. Remember that? Or this one, where you'd have the hair going, and you wear it like that. People would wear their hair like that. I used to wear a bandana a lot too, a bandana with just my bandana and my hair done. I guess that was like I don't know if it's a gang thing, but definitely a biker thing. And I'm not a motorcyclist because I had a Ninja 900, I had a Ducati. I got rid of them because I almost got killed a bunch of times on the highway. People almost running me off the road. Not because I wasn't a hot dog around the highway. In the beginning I was for a little bit. But then I realized I don't feel like dying today. So I wasn't those people that do the wheelies and they piss everybody off, and then they go to their phones afterwards and they show themselves getting beat up or like their bike's getting ran over by. It's like, well, yeah, because you almost killed them like 2 miles back, but you weren't recording that. All right, so no nail. So my first cut I did at 15 degrees. Again, these angles are subjected to change based on your needs. I'm going to do a light sanding with you guys, not a lot, because I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me sand. I'm going to be using spray paint and not my orange stain that I normally do because well, I don't want to waste it, I guess. I don't know. So a 15 degrees on this one, back to 0, lock it. And then we did our first one. Thought we did 8, but I don't see my mark. So we're gonna do 8. No, we'll do 8. So we're gonna do So it's going to be actually 9 from long point to your mark. So my 15-degree cut, we're going to do 9 inches from long to, from my short point, I'm sorry, to here. 9 inches, or 9 inches from my, I keep saying it, from my long point, to subtract the amount that I cut off. We check it, make sure there's no nails in it. Okay, so we got one of our pieces. Okay, so our next piece, we're going to take this and we're going to save it for another project. Actually, I'm just going to throw it on the scrap pile over there. We're going to take our next piece and we're going to do... How do you get these legs to freaking... Wait for it. Hooray, woo. Oh, here it comes. What the hell's John doing? First cut. What? Hey, you guys don't have to watch. So, my second one, I'm going to do it at 25.89 degrees. I'm just joking. We're just messing around here. We'll go to 22.5 so it locks it in. Again, there's no specific cut. Okay, so we got 1, we got 2. I'm going to cut this down to right there. So we'll measure that. That's just the height I like. Again, that's the other thing I like about my builds. I'm just like, yeah, that looks good. It's 12 inches. Go to 12, lock it. Let me check for nails. Hey guys, I sell these at my craft shows. They're door wedges. I sell them for $30. Get out of here. I'll give you a wedge. A wedgie. Alright, so... Yay! Who's that? Right here. Brown recluses on my freaking wood. Alright. So, and our next one's going to be vertical. No angle. $30, yeah, $30 door wedge, exactly. The opening bid is 30. I mean, guys, this is a tree right here. This piece of wood is the only piece of wood like this in our visible universe. But yet diamonds are rare, even though there's planets made of complete diamonds, and our planet's made of, you know. But trees, the only thing that we know for sure that aren't on any other planet, out of the elements aren't rare. Figure that out. So I'm going to sell this one because it's rare, starting at $30. And we'll leave it up to you guys to place the bids. So the next one I'm going to do is got to make sure that my angles are good. I'm going to go there. That's literally how I do some of my projects, guys. Also, if you're new here, hit the like button, please. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff in the near future. We're going to be doing laser engraving giveaways. We're going to be doing holiday build-offs. We're going to be doing white elephants, a white elephant giveaway where I pick something crappy in my shop and I give away a wood project with it, and you're not going to know what the white elephant is. But so I'm just cutting it. Again, I'm eyeballing it because there's no preset measurement for this build. It's a simple build. That's why you can make your own measurements, and that's what I like to do, especially on my channel. I like to make things that you guys can change and alter to how you see fit. It keeps your creative juices flowing. Premium cut end. What are you doing? Are you bored? And every time I see one of you guys do this shit, Val does it a lot. What's going on, Val? On his lives, when you're cutting, and I know that you guys have been using table saws while I was. What's up? What do you got here? It's a pencil. You want the chalk, dude? Here.
New chalk.
Yeah, I got new one. I got new chalk for you. New sidewalk chalk. So go draw over the sidewalk, different things, and then when the neighbors walk by, they can do. You all right? The neighbors can do hopscotch before they go. Looks like you're offline. Oh, I can't check. Hang on, guys. Was that you guys I showed last time? In the live? Yeah, hang on. I know I'm supposed to bring it with me, but. All right, buddy, you're up and running.
What were you digging?
There you go. I have a phone call coming in hot. What's going on? Yeah, I'm on my live right now. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This is when phones, it was the smaller you had a phone, the cooler you were. 98, Nokia, no color, Snake, and you had to text by like hitting the thing. Your thumb was bruised at the end of the trying to text message. because this was right after the beepers where you had to put in your codes and the stuff upside down. And then Nokia started coming out with, this was a later version. The first version was like this and like see-through, and but if you know, you know, man. Still has the battery in it and everything. I found it amongst some of my stuff. Still has the battery in it. It's probably a nuclear weapon right now. Probably shouldn't have said that. Okay, so we got our build. Yeah. So I'm going to put these aside for right now. I'm going to grab my screwdriver to just take out some of the nails. My wrench extractor. If you guys haven't checked out James's channel, Burn and Render, the videos are hilarious. He's starting to get trolls in there now, which is funny. I'm just taking out the any nails or anything that are in the wood, and then remember to throw your scraps out. You don't want your kids stepping on them or your animals. You know, unless you got them out there for a reason. So, okay, what we're gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna just do a light sanding just to get off the whatever that is really quick, because I don't want it showing up on my project. You know what? No, we're not. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do that. I was gonna take out the belt sander just so it would go faster, but I don't want to use the belt sander. Thanks for everybody coming in. We're doing a Halloween build, just a little easy one for you guys at home. I'm going to sand a little bit of whatever this is off of there, and probably don't start another pandemic by whatever it is. Another thing that's kind of good, I saved my old orbital pads, my orbital sanders, for when I'm doing my spooky builds. So I don't use a brand new one on my spooky bills. That's more for nicer projects. Because, again, it saves you money. You could buy a lot of these online and Amazon and stuff like that. They're not super expensive, but, you know I wouldn't, it's all torn up. But it works with my spooky builds. Right, boss? You're not the boss.
I'm the boss of this house.
You're the boss of the house? No, you're not.
Wow. And what is?
Who's the boss of the house?
I don't know.
Exactly. Daddy and Mommy.
No.
No, who is?
Anthony.
Anthony and Jesus?
Yep.
Jesus is the boss of the house? Well, it'd be awesome if your older brother and Jesus would pay the mortgage. That'd be sweet. Jesus gives you way better things than money, buddy. He gave you life. All right. So here we go. That's it. I'm only going to hit it with 80. So I don't release the beast. It's good enough. Again, this was, who knows what this came off of. I mean, based off of the one sticker I know on the other piece of wood I had in there said 1987. So I don't know if that's from then, but it looks like it. Plywood today, plywood then. You notice the difference? Plywood today, plywood back then. And people don't wear masks when they cut this stuff because they think this is the natural look of freaking pine. Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! Everyone in the room is now dumber. She turned me into a newt. Got better. Alright, so we are the knights who say neat. Here we Sarah, what's up, buddy? Sarah, I was just explaining to everyone how, alright, so, as you can tell, this is what we got so far going on right there. You see it? Probably can't visualize it, but I guess you got an idea of what we're going to be doing with it. So, I'm thinking just for you guys, I'll brad nail it, but I would normally use 2.5 inch, or just 2-inch screws. But, well, should I? The brad nails aren't going to fucking hold. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. 2-inch brad nails. I don't know, man. Okay, so you want to do this project. It's hard because I don't have. Can you guys see the bottom? I mean, it's blocked by chat. Actually, wait a minute. This thing should fold down. It's from Walmart, so it's not like. There you go. A little bit, right? A little bit better. Little better. Little bit better. So you want to do it when you want to. You don't have to adhere all of it. Start with your back two pieces. Line them up. I line them up end to end. You know where the bottom angle. The bottom angle is touching this angle. They don't have to align. That's not the goal of the overall project. So. I mean, it'll hold for now. She's turning me into a newt. I watched that the other night. In History of the World. So good. You're not making a Mel Brooks film today or any of those other Monty Python films or Monty Python. All of those films were awesome. Okay, so that's it. That's what we have today. So it's a fake gem. I'm just joking. I just wanted to see how it's going to look. And I wanted to see. I purposely pulled it apart like that because I wanted to see how far my 2-inch brad nails would go through. So if you guys aren't aware, I pulled that apart fairly easily. So if you're going to use a project with 2x4s, and this is you're only getting about maybe a 1/2 inch. So make sure you use glue and let it set. Otherwise, you're gonna. It's not gonna stay. That's not gonna. You'd have to put 50 of them in there. That's not enough for it to. It's enough for a decoration, but definitely not for a project that you want where you're going to have weight distribution on it. So I don't know if these are going to come out because they're 2-inch. I doubt it. And that's fine because I got it. Alright. I'm doing this for you guys. Only for you guys. I can hear Sayer in the background. Is he using an electrical blade on brad nails? Damn right I am. I don't know where my my cutters are. Teresa used them for a project, and she put it inside, and I forgot to look for it. Yeah, you could use trim nails, but again, do you want to in a Halloween project? Papa, can you hear me? All right. This is older than me. It's a Stanley too. It says 1907 on it, but I doubt that's the actual year. All right. Can you hear me? Now you know what it is. You guys want... Hey, Chuddy. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. You guys hit the like button, hit the subscriber. We're doing some lentil songs together. Van's been leading us in prayer, and Sarah's been annoying us. I'm just kidding. All right, so should I burn or no burn, Sarah? Sarah, burn or no burn? Burn, no burn. Always, not always. Not everybody likes that, but I'll do it just because Sarah said to burn it. Again, I really appreciate all of you that came in today. Thanks for hanging out as long as you have. You know, you don't have to hang out with me. I know Wes is live and stuff like that. I know there's other people that are live right now getting their stuff done. So I appreciate every single one of you coming in. I really do. It means the world to me. You know, you guys are like family to me, and you're the reason why I'm here today, doing this type of. I mean, it smells different. These old 2x4s, they're of pine. It just it smells like a 2x4. You know, like you burn these things, and it smells like bleach. Like. Somebody asked me in my video too. Says, you're using the wrong tank. Thanks, boss. I work on cars too. I spent the better portion of my youth building race cars. I know what tank goes with what. I was wrenching in the garage with my pops when I was like freaking 8 years old. Even when it burns. Even when you burn the new 2x4s, it doesn't smell like this smelled like burning wood. This smells like, I don't even know what it is. I should be, you know what? I don't even. Alright, so move my materials. Okay, man. Alright. Okay. Going to slide you in. I wish there was like a wide zoom. There isn't. We'll do one at a time, I guess. God, I'm using spray paint orange, not Kenny's Master Orange. If you guys really want, I've had a lot of people in my comment section asking me to dye a lot for my special spooky orange color. If you really want it, just let me know. It's not a top secret. It's custom made. I mean, it took me, I don't know, about an hour inside the store to customize it so that it had the right amount of red tint and yellow tint to it that I wanted. But if you really want the numbers from Sherwin-Williams for Minwax for my pumpkin orange, let me know. I'll tell you what it is. Should be able to zoom on my live. I don't need to zoom, I need to go back. Widen. If I zoom, you guys are going to see how ugly I really am. Dude, I'm sitting there preaching about masks and I'm spray painting. For those watching, this is just a simple Halloween build, nothing crazy. Now, I'm not doing the bottom. I will clear it, but I'm not doing the bottom because I don't know. Because I'm not. That's what it is. It's what it is, man. Let that dry for a minute. Fast forward edit. That's Miracle, the fastest horse in Southern Maine. What's your name, Miracle? Okay. You guys are seeing me do something that I won't normally do, and that's start spray painting something. You know what? Maybe we'll give it a second. We'll give it a minute. Just a minute. Let me get my balloons. I guess I'll put a little bit on it. This happens every time. I don't know if it's because I'm just, you know, Thor strong or... Yeah, screw it. I don't care. Good night, Carol. Good night. Carol's going to sleep. No, she's not. Hi, back. Okay, sorry, misunderstood. You should be able to zoom. Yeah, Teresa. Does it smell like caramel? That's what mine smells like. What smell like caramel, Teresa? Gotta go. Have a great night, everyone. Congrats on the 700 subs and your sponsor. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you for stopping by. You know. You're not really going to bed right now, right? The party's just begun, Carol. Carol's awesome. She put up with us in our when we were on Discord, and I don't know how she did it. Because when we go into Discord, it's a bunch of tomfoolery and stuff that we don't say on YouTube. But I appreciate it, Carol, about the sponsor. You know, the videos will be out soon for my longer laser that's currently being shipped. Should take, I don't know, take a while to get here, maybe not too long. Let's see, if, like even a project like this, it would come in handy. Now I just got to go against the brad nails that I used already. So I'm just gonna... Get me into a newt. That's gonna be in my head. God damn it. Gosh darn it, I mean. Gashly dang me. What's up, buddy? What's the rule? Okay. Did you see that? Did you see that bee? Try to come off on me. It was tough. I mean, I'm not saying I'm Bruce Lee, but you know, Jet Li maybe, or their less than desirable cousin that sat in the corner while they did all their karate. I'm only I've done Taekwondo, American Freestyle, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, Krav Maga, and a bunch of other stuff. Because I had to fight for food back in the day on the streets of Chicago. Food, glorious food. That's what I am after. They make you guys all watch that too? Where was the autocorrect on that one? What's that? I have Sarah. Hey Jensen. But did you chop it with a chainsaw? What's up, Benners? Thunder, what's going on? Hey Jensen, how much are you? Gotta go have a great night. Did you finish the screen to zoom out? I don't want to zoom in. Whoa! I'm ugly enough. Polish and Irish. We don't get to look good. Polish women do. Those women do not age. Sturgis, what's up? What's going on? Sturgis coins. Sturgis coins? Are you a coin collector? Because if you're a coin collector, you gotta message me, because I have a collection of coins from Germany dating back to the war, which they're not in my house because I didn't like them being in my house, but there's Nazi money. I have money from the Civil War. I have Confederate money. I have a double eagle, I don't know, like these 1907 silver dollars or whatever, 1903 silver dollar S's. I don't know, it was my father and my grandfather's collection that was handed down to me. And I just want to get them appraised and don't know how to do that. The one guy took it to, he's like, oh, it's not really worth a lot. I'm like, I mean, it says it is online, so who's wrong? Or you're just trying to rip me off. So it's tough to get a fair assessment on my dad and grandfather's coin collection. And the insurance company, I have it insured for X amount, but it's probably valued more than that. I honestly don't even know what to do with it. What are you doing, dude? What do you make? Hey, what are you doing with all the whites, man? Don't waste them all, B. You got a bunch behind you. I turn around and my son's got the baby wipes out, wiping off the concrete. He's doing chalk. He's doing chalk and he's wiping up the concrete with baby wipes. Those things are gold, man. You sell baby wipes. I'm trying to make sure too, I'm in my garage. We're just waiting for that glue to dry really quick. I will give you a hint at one of my projects coming out soon. Furring strip. It's literally a $5 project that I sell at my craft shows. And I sell them for between $35 and $40, which is most of my stuff, between that price range. Because that's what sells. I'll ask more, but it costs, with materials, like $4.77-ish, maybe less. And now there's ways to upgrade it, and it can cost more, and then I'll charge $45 for it. But you'll see it. It's coming out soon. That video is coming out soon. I'm editing as we speak. But I have 25 more. Technically, I have 22 more videos to shoot before November 1st. And the reason I say that is because my garage is double insulated, but the heating unit in here does not work anymore. And I'm not going to fire it up because it looks like it was from the Civil War, and I don't want to burn the house down. And every single person I had in here to ask them to just reroute the gas line and put a gas heater up there wants way too much money. So I'm like, well, I got a plug-in heater, but the reason I want to do 23 more videos before November 1st is so that I now have videos I can sit back and enjoy the holidays with my family, and I'm not pressured to make a build. This way I can just post a video every week, and you guys can still see my content, and I can take a little break with the family during the holidays. Yeah, if you could, Sturgis. Because, yeah. They're not dude wipes yet. I mean, you could use them. I've used baby wipes when I was camping. I don't care. I've used leaves. You ever use leaves? Sometimes you're on a job site, you gotta take the sock off, you know what I mean? When I was 18, 19 years old, when I was in college before I joined the military, I'd be on these job sites, man, these porta potties in Chicago. The crap would be over the brim, like a mountain. You'd have to stand on there if you had to go to the bathroom. Literally what I would do, depending on the job site, I would just walk to a local McDonald's or something to go to the bathroom. They're not gonna, they're not gonna care. The BAs didn't really care. When it comes to building in Chicago, it's a whole nother ball game, man. You gotta go through the mob first. If they're not making money, it's not getting built. Or they'll drag it out in legislation for 2 years and you'll lose more money than the project's worth. Alright, so should be almost dry. Dry enough. But and what we're going to do is, because we're going to draw on it, and that's the reason I wanted it to dry. If I was going to use spray paint, oh, the neighbors got 3 girls that are awesome. They're friends with my kids, and I don't know, I'm glad I had boys. I never used poison ivy. I mean, I learned what poison ivy is. Besides, I'll do a live stream of me wiping poison ivy all over my face. Type 1 if you want me to wipe poison ivy on my face. I'm not allergic to it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't irritate my skin, poison ivy. So growing up, I used to go to my aunt's farm, and I used to go to my grandma's farm, and I would do all the weeds. My brother used to, oh my God, he would get it something bad, or poison oak. It doesn't irritate my skin. Like whatever the oil is, my skin doesn't, I don't have a reaction to it. So I was always the volunteer to go in and pick out and do the trimming of the hedges where all the poison ivy was, and kill all the poison ivy when I was a kid. That was my first mission, because it never bothered my skin. I would still wear the long sleeves and stuff, because you get enough of it on you, it's going to irritate it. But you also got to worry about getting it off of you once you get it on you. So it might not irritate my skin, but poison ivy, I go take a shower or something like that, and somebody steps on it, I don't get all the oil out, it's going to irritate somebody else's skin or their feet, and then they got poison ivy on your feet. And if you ever had poison ivy on your feet, or if you ever had athlete's foot, or jungle or boot rot, it's painful. Alright. I did it again. So, okay. I gotta go inside. I'm gonna take you guys with me. I gotta grab my my acrylic markers. I mean, you could use a Sharpie too. You know what? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. You know what? Maybe we'll go with a stencil instead. I got these stencils in my videos. There's a link below in my pumpkin build video, right below the guy who did the CNC work for these 6-inch reusable stencils. I think they were $10 on Amazon. Well worth it. What are you doing? What are you doing, brother? Oh, okay. I just gotta find one that I like that works, and we're gonna use it. We're gonna do a quick spray paint job on it. Nothing major. Nothing major. These are a little too big for this project, though. 2x4s. These are not meant for 2x4s. They're meant for cedar fence pickets or anything that's 5 inches in width. So I don't know if it's going to work. As you can tell here, I'll show you guys. Not going to really work. So we're going to wing it. I'm just going to grab a couple of stencils that I like, and I'm just going to freehand draw it. So don't make fun of my freehand artistry. I'm just trying to do things that are kind of simplistic. Nothing crazy. That one's easy. That one's pretty basic. Okay. So, if you want, I'm going to hit the like button, please, guys. Support the channel. I appreciate every single one of you being here. We're going to draw the first one by hand. Just going to be, I'm just kind of, oh, that's what I mean. It's tough for me to, thunder. I don't know if I should do that, because then I get demonetized before I get monetized. But if you guys aren't in, you know, like I said, I can't thank all of you enough for watching my videos, commenting on my videos, liking my videos. It's giving me a better opportunity to be able to stay home with the kids. What's up, buddy? And not have to go to my crappy jobs, because I was offered a lot of government jobs when I left the military, and I did one of them for a year, and I'm not going to do the rest. I worked for Disney for a while. Those of you that don't know about that, I was a special effects supervisor for Rise of Skywalker and for the Mandalorian projects. So I was an on-site visual effects supervisor, and just wasn't for me anymore. I kind of fell backwards into that job, and was hired for different reasons that we won't discuss, and just wasn't for me. It was fun working on the projects. I was able to meet a lot of interesting and awesome people, but the money was too good, and I'm just not, I wasn't happy there. I was working 60+ hour work weeks, sometimes more than that. Sometimes just in a room staring at a computer screen for 16 hours, 17 hours a day, because we're on deadlines. You know, a lot of that is what you guys don't see behind the scenes at movie sets. Is post-production is a vast majority of what goes on, and a lot of it takes place right after scenes are done, sometimes on site, so we can see how it's going to color grade and look. Otherwise we have to go back and reshoot it. What's up? What am I doing? I'm coloring right now, bud. What, you want to go play with the girls? What? You want to go over there and play with them? You want to go play with the girls? Ooh! Benson's got a girlfriend. Yeah, we took his training wheels off, and he started riding his bike. And he literally just, I was behind him, like watching him. He took off. Like, okay, I guess, you know, he's got dad's old BMX jeans. He just was good at it. He's fallen a bunch of times since then, and he's got some gashes. He's got some war wounds, but, you know, it is what it is. You get up, you try again. It's a life lesson, kind of. You put helmets and all these pads on these kids and they fall down and they think life's just a cushion. Sometimes you got to realize that there's consequences to not paying attention. There's consequences for doing things improperly. Watch the cars, girls and boys. That one. And, you know, I wasn't doing what I loved. It was fun working on movie sets and meeting celebrities, but most of them are arrogant. The ones that weren't arrogant were just, I don't want to say too much. But the ones that weren't were just, I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't care for celebrities. Yeah, they do a lot of hard work. I'll give them that. But at the same time, keep your mouth shut. I don't care about your opinion. Call me back when your stomach's so upset because you're trying to figure out how to pay your frickin' mortgage or your light bill. Then you can sit there and tell me how I'm supposed to feel politically. And the reason I don't care is because a lot of them came up broke and poor, but they lost that when they became famous. And now they think they have the right to talk to me how they wanted to. There was a lot of times on sets I'd be like, dude, you need to just shut up and do what you're told. And they just look at me like, you're costing thousands of dollars with your baby attitude. I told a lot of high-end celebrities, you either finish doing what you're doing or we'll find somebody else to do it. I mean, I wasn't even the boss, but I just, I was in the military, so I didn't give a shit. And it makes life a lot harder for me, especially on the Star Wars films. Oh my God. The amount of times we had to reshoot and reshoot and reshoot and reshoot just because they hired people with no acting ability. And those Star Wars films, 7, 8, and 9 were terrible. How do you beat a seasoned Sith when you've never held a lightsaber on your first duel? Okay, we're almost there, guys. I want to show you what I'm doing, but I can't draw like that when so I'm just talking to you guys. Ken's old. I'm not old. I'm 40. I'm 40. I was born in 1980. Gen X. I'm a Gen X. 46. I turned 46 last 2 weeks ago. You guys were there. I did a birthday stream. At least I hope you guys were there. So, working on the Star Wars films while I'm just drawing this was a learning experience. It was cool. I was able to keep the season 2 Mandalorian helmet original that Pascal wore as a parting gift. And because of that awesomeness, that wasn't the only parting gift I was given, but I can't show it online. I can't sell it ever. They have the rights to it, so I technically don't even really own it. They could take it back at any time they want. That's part of the contract. They haven't. They won't, but I do have a scene. They gave me an original clip from Return of the Jedi. That was a retirement gift from Disney. So it was an actual clip from the original film of the film, the 35 millimeter, and it's notarized and authenticated, and they gave a bunch of them away. I mean, there's millions of them. But it's actually from the original reels, so kind of cool. Kind of cool. I'm almost done. So you guys saw I did 15 degrees on the one cut, 22.5 degrees on the second cut. In the third cut, I just nipped. There's no angular cut on it. It's literally just, yeah, see, I should have let the paint dry a little bit more. Sorry. I got anybody, what's that, Jensen? Jensen says opinion. Not opinion, fact. I don't know what you're even talking about, buddy, but ask. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Talking about the crappy Star Wars DEI films, or are you talking about the Sarah's any are a blessing? Sarah's any what? Worst thing George Lucas ever did was sell the rights over to Disney. Van is 100% correct. They deviated from the storyline to sell merchandise. Disney's about selling products, not their films. Why do you think their films fail time and time again? They're anti-religion, they're anti-family, they're DEI structured, but they don't care if they tank at the box office because they sell billions of dollars a year in toys and they have licenses with Lego. You think they care if their films tank? You know how much they make off of Lego a year? More than the films. That's why they're able to pump out all the videos they are, because they don't care. All right. Last one and we're done. Hey, DIY. What's up, boss? Thank you. I appreciate it. We were talking earlier that I was graced with, first of all of you guys. God definitely put his hand out and gave me a boost from Todd from finding me. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Todd from finding me, please do it. He gave me a shout out in one of his videos and my channel exploded. And I mean, also because, you know, my content's just top notch. But it's been doing really well, and I'm extremely grateful, especially since I've learned how to do what I'm doing from most of you. There isn't a video I haven't seen of your guys's, and every single one I learn, I actually use the technique the next day. Even if it's on crappy scrap wood, I'll go out there and I'll do this cut, or I'll try this router bit, or I'll try this gluing technique, or I'll try this shelving style unit, or I'll try this crazy angular bevel with a miter cut. And the project itself might turn out like crap, but I'm learning my equipment better, I'm learning angles better, I'm learning what works, what doesn't work. I found it out the hard way with woodworking that you're not always going to get hurt, but there's always going to something's always going to go wrong. The projects never come out, the prototypes rarely come out how you envisioned them. And when they do, it's awesome, but it's rare. And you learn that way. I've learned what not to do with wood on my miter saw. Certain cuts of wood, certain knots, certain types of, you know. Okay. So this is rudimentary because this marker, I just crapped it out. It's my Home Depot marker. It's meant for marking projects. It's not meant for coloring. But there we go. Hang on. So what you do is just sits on the front porch like that. You got your faces on there. Now what I'm going to do next, because I still have to finish it, I'm not done. I still got to put the stems on. So I'm going to put some stems on them. But I mean, I used 8 inches. You know, I don't even make them up. But this was a 15-degree cut. This was a 20 inches straight, and I used less than probably $1 of 2x4. $35. You know, depending on where you're at. If you're in a lower income area or you see a craft booths around you selling lower priced items, you can lower it. Even if you make $25. You know, that's not a bad deal. But that's the thing. You got to see it when it's completely done. Normally what I would do is I would cut some stems out with the scroll saw, but because of everything going on today, I don't have time to do all that. Teresa's grandmother is, my wife's grandmother is not doing so well, and when she comes home I have to get off. Because she goes over and visits and I take care of the kids while she hangs out with grandma. So, what did DIY say? I dubbed the Three Stooges. Who's the Three Stooges, first of all? Oh, the pumpkin? Alright. Well, you heard it here. I had a piece, I didn't, you know what, and I never thought it would happen on the miter saw, because I mean, it's fairly brand new. I do have an 82's blade on it, which is unnecessary. I need to change that to a 60, 50. There's no need to have I mean, I'm not doing furniture. I'm not doing furniture on the damn thing. I got the blade, though, in the package. A guy was selling it on Marketplace for $15. Would you not put that on versus the blade, the 35 tooth that came with it? I mean, so for that price, hey, what am I looking for? Oh yeah. So, do you guys ever do this? You ever just sit there and like freaking stare at the wood for 2 hours, thinking of something to build, and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna build that. And then you start building it, and then like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour into it, you're like, yeah, I don't want to make that anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. That's stupid. That was stupid. Why'd I do that? Oh, I got an idea. I got my scrap bucket. I got my scrap bucket. Winner of today's spin gets a Chicago Bears bucket loaded with a bunch of scrap wood. What? That's how you get rid of your scrap woods. You just start giving them away. The Bears. Alright, so I'm going to go through. I have 2 of these buckets. I got to watch. I got to be careful because of brown recluses, though. They like to live in wood piles like this, in buckets. So you got to be careful, because those, especially female brown recluses, have a nasty bite. B? Sorry, I got a phone call. Yeah, what's up? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Actually, I don't even think these... No, you couldn't program these for ringtones. It's just whatever they came with. Eric did bear down. Alright, so I'm going to use scraps to make my stems. But I had a bunch. I had a bunch of other ones. I don't know where they went. So it's starting to dwindle down. People are veering out of here. Probably going over to Van Lot. Or they're going over to BB's. That's right, Atari. If you know, you know. If you don't know, pipe it down. You're not a gamer. So I have a million cuts of these that I use for other projects. You'd be shocked at, you know, some scrap wood comes in handy. And a lot of people like just throw that stuff out. I mean, you really should save a couple of these buckets of scrap wood. Because look, I'm using it right now. Normally what I would do is I would just go in the yard and take a branch that fell. And I would just use those as the stem. And then I gotta use the glue gun. Alright. Let's see here. I just want to see how these look. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Nope. Alright. You guys are coming with me in the yard. You little loppers. I don't know if you guys have a pool at your house, but we have a swimming pool. And that's what's up. Oh, sorry. There we go. So, thinking of having a pool party. Isn't her stupid buys. I'm like, why would you buy that? Why not? The kids. I mean, like, first of all, because it uses 900 gallons of water every time we fill it up. No wonder why the water bill's so goddamn high. I'm drinking out of the neighbor's hose. And we had a tornado. Well, we had storms. Tornadoes ripped through close by, and this happened. So it gave me a bunch of wood. That sounded weird. James is in K9 landmines. I don't have animals. Watch out for my landmines. I don't have dogs anymore. I love dogs. I hate cats. No, I'm just joking. I love dogs. I just, you know what I don't miss? Fucking hair everywhere. The hair everywhere on your clothes. You'll have clothes that weren't even near the dog in your closet, and you'll take it out and put it on like a sweater or something. You'll be like, how is there dog hair on it? I haven't even worn it in like a year. Not to mention the, oh yeah. My wood pile is not free. I pay, I don't know, you guys in the southern states probably way different than Chicago. Chicago's expensive for wood. However, I do have a hookup for me that would be considered a hookup out here by me. But I pay $150 for 4 cords of firewood. 4 cords of firewood, $150. So I am in farmland. I'm in the Bible Belt. So not a bad deal. You know, 4 quarts is a lot of firewood. Depending on how often you burn too, but I season my wood. So I have scrap wood piles on this side that are a year old, and then I got the ones on this side that are 2 years old. I season my firewood. It sounds dumb, but I also have 3 indoor fireplaces. So I don't want it jumping out at me or my kids. So I let it dry and I let it weather. We're gonna do 1. Dos. That's 2 in Spanish. And we're gonna do 3, cabrón. Alright, here we go. Well, normally normally it's 150 per cord. the guy knows me and my father for military reasons, and he owns a logging company. So he gives me a deal. But if I were to buy it from his website or call their yard, it's 150 per cord. I pay 150 for 4 cords. You know, well, maybe sometimes even a little less. They literally they grab it with a. They go to the huge pile they have. He's like, "What kind of wood you want? You want indoor wood? You want outdoor wood? You want maple? You want pine? You want you grilling? You grilling? You gonna smoke some wood? We got some cherry. We got maple. We got." And I'm like, "No, dude, just for the fire pit outside, inside." He's like, "All right, I'll give you a little combo." So he'll go to the piles with the machine and just grab it with the hook and load it onto a freaking truck. And then they just come over, dump it on the driveway, and for the next 5-6 days, I gotta load it into the back with a wheelbarrow before the bees make a home in it. Yeah, I got a lot of people, fortunately, that were. My parents were very loved by communities over in Chicago. They were friends with a lot of politicians at the time that were very good politicians for the people. They knew, they were friends with senators. They were friends, they were. My parents were awesome community members and advocates for not only children but for handicapped children as well. And I mean, there was times I would come home from high school and there'd be like kids from high school. I had my brother was a grade above me. My other brother was 2 grades above me. My sister was a grade below me. So we knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody. We had 700 graduating seniors per year. So the school housed right around 3,000 students, the high school. But I'd come home and join, like my friend Joe or my friend, they'd just be sitting there having coffee with my mom. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, "What?" And my mom would be like, "We're talking." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to go ride the bike." You can have a popsicle. How many did you have already? Dose? How did you go potty? In your... Did you go to the bathroom in your pants, dude? Okay, good. I mean, you gotta let me know if you did.
I did not.
All right. Yes, you can have one. You gotta let me know so I can clean it, though. Because guess who's going to be cleaning Daddy's diapers when I get older? Ha ha!
What about the fry?
Man, there's just some types of wood. I'm not allergic to anything, but there's some types of wood when I use the miter saw on it, I'll notice at the end of the night, like I go to bed and man, my eyes are burning, my freaking nose is burning, even wearing a mask from the oils inside of the wood. I don't know if you guys ever had that. Look at that. I can't show you guys. Oh, I can show you guys a little bit of this. Sorry, it's dirty. It's my office. You saw my pumpkin, but this is my setup. Yeah. It's where the magic happens. And then I got 4 laptops. Well, no, I got rid of one. 1, 2, 3 laptops. Because I do photography and editing is also as well. So sorry, a bug freaking flew in my nose and I think it's still in there. But I don't know if you guys ever saw the tour of my house. I'm not going to give you one now, but I will show you this. That is a grill, not a pizza oven. It's an indoor charcoal burning grill. So you open it up and you put your charcoal in there like you would an outdoor grill. You take off the wood, you fire it up, there's a fan, boom, it blows the stuff up and you could literally grill inside year round. Thank you, Dunder. I appreciate it, man. You taking off? Yeah, I'm gonna grab another pop. I am not. For those of you that don't know me, I am 15 years sober. I will drink some of these once in a while. Oh, I can't show it on film, but it's a Budweiser Zeros, those alcohol-free beers, not non-alcoholic, but alcohol-free beers. Because I found out at an early age that I had a problem. That's after my fourth tour, I climbed inside of a bottle of vodka and I stayed there for a while. That wasn't always the issue. I also had blood clots in my lungs. They say it was from that. I think that's a lie, but yeah, it's a charcoal indoor burning grill. The downside to those, because there's a downside. One, it stinks, especially when the charcoal's burned out. You have to get it out of the house right away. Two, you have to be very careful because if that fan stops, you're pumping the house full of carbon dioxide. So you got to be very careful with it. And three, it doesn't give you the same. It does taste the same as a charcoal grill, but you don't get the airflow. You know what I mean? Like outside, you'd have the airflow, so you have to. If you want it to burn, like if you want to try to cook like a roast if you want to like cook a roast for about an hour or so, you got to put like a mini fan there to keep the charcoal going. Otherwise, it dies out. So it doesn't last long. That's the other thing. That's the downside. Because there's no constant state of airflow. Your charcoal grill outside has the holes in it. You open them up and you can control the temperature and the amount of air that's going in. With that thing, you cannot. So that's the downside to them. Came with the house. We didn't put it in. At first, I got excited when we looked at the house. I'm like, oh snap! We got a pizza oven. And they're like, no, it's not a pizza oven. And then they told me what it was. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of cool. We used it a couple times. We don't use it now at all anymore, really, though. I'll go outside like a man and grill in the cold. I don't care. I'll toss some steaks on the grill. And it'll be in Chicago in negative 20 degrees. I don't care. If I'm in the mood for a steak, I'm having a steak. Well, yeah, not to mention that too. So the soot that go, you have to have it. So if you're using it, if it's active, first you have to have a chimney guy come in and look at it. Then, per our code in our township, it has to be inspected by the fire department. Then you need a indoor burning license. And they don't tell you that. It's not an Illinois law. It's the town in which I live. It's a permit to do that. It's another way for them to make money. That's all it is. But and it's expensive to have it cleaned. So because it just leaves soot. I mean, the thing fills up quick, especially if you're doing a lot of grilling. It's just easier to go outside, fire up the Weber or whatever else you guys cook on. I do not smoke weed. Well, I don't. But I do not smoke meat either. I have friends that are in the KCBS tournaments. They do all that crazy smoking, and they take it off. They put dry rub on it. They lick it for a half an hour, and they put it back on the smoker. I don't know. They have a process, and I go to some of their tournaments to support them. Or I'll do things. I'll make things for their tournaments to sell at their tournaments, or I'll have a vending booth at one of them, or I'll just go there to promote for them, whatever. And the food's okay, it's good. You gotta really be into smoked food in order to like it a lot. It's an acquired. smoked ribs and smoked chicken and smoked brisket. It's an acquired taste. You got to be used to it. Hi, bye, Val. Cedar Point. Later, Val. La hala. Got to go. Have a good night, everyone. Congrats on the 700. Thanks, Val. Use propane. Taste the meat, not the heat. I miss the deep dish pizza in Chicago. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Cedar Point. If you know, you know. People from Chicago don't eat deep dish shit. That's for tourists. Chicago's pizza, we are known for that. But Chicago is also tavern style pizza is where that came from. Ultra thin crust pizza. That's Chicago pizza. So if you know, you know. I probably have a deep dish pizza once every 3 years. It's gross. It's for tourists. Oh, a deep dish, man. No, it's gross. It's diarrhea on a plate. It's super thick. It's full of grease. It's gross. It's just gross. And then I'd rather have, again, the tavern style with some sausage on it. Sausage. And a pop. I don't know what IMOS pizza is. What is that, Cedar? What is IMOS pizza? Yeah, they don't do that anymore. So Chicago changed the laws for street vendors. You have to have so I mean at any given point, what my family used to do, there would be street vendors, not all over the city, but they would be out. You know, you'd have your popcorn guy, you'd have your elotes guy, you'd have your churros guy, you'd have your pretzel guy, you'd have your beef or your bratwurst guy. You'd have your peanuts guy. I mean, that was like tradition. We used during Christmas, Chicago, when it was Marshall Fields and Macy's and all that stuff. You know, all those. It wasn't Prada and all these high fashion things. Well, that's all right. Well, it's dinner time, bud. Mom's gonna be home in a minute. We're gonna have dinner. They used to have what they call window displays in Chicago. Now they call them the Kringle Market, where they confine you in one little area, and it's bougie. Not for me. But you used to walk, and they used to do all these window displays, and you'd go up and down Michigan or State Street, and every window had like a freaking $1 million, like just a whole diorama of like different, like whatever. It was just really neat. It was just. And then you grab some hot peanuts and all right, the wife's home, guys. So and my phone's about to die anyways. So it was awesome, you guys hanging out. We finished the project. I'm gonna post pictures of it, but I gotta start dinner for the kids and for the wife. But I appreciate every single one of you coming out again. You guys are awesome. I love all you guys and gals. And every Monday I go live. Every Tuesday I drop a video. So I appreciate all of you. I'll probably see all you guys in someone's chat tonight. So I appreciate you coming to hang out. You saw the project. Again, I'll post a picture of it finished. But I told the wife that I'd spend more time with them in the afternoons when they come home instead of being out in the shop. So family first, guys. You know what I mean? So love all you guys, and I'll see you later. God bless all of you. And again, thank you for coming. I owe you guys. And I will pay you back. I'll find a way. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in a little while, probably again, on someone, like I said, on someone's chat. I can't end the stream. I can't do it.